Wednesday morning, that means it's Picayune Wednesday. And in our studio once again, Daniel Clifton, editor of the Picayune. Good morning, Daniel.
Hi, how you doing? Trying to be serious here, and Ed is over there just giggling and cracking up.
We're laughing because of you.
We got
to tell the inside joke. Every time we get ready with Daniel in here, we're about to turn on the microphone. It's like, hold on. And he's just talking away. He's still going.
Not be quiet. It is so funny.
Well, I'm not used to it. I was like sitting in my little office, and I finally get to talk, and then y'all, no, I can't talk.
Let you out every once in a while, once a week to talk to us.
Well, the latest edition of the Picayune should be on your doorsteps this morning. If you're not getting your copy, be sure to listen at the end of the interview. We'll tell you how to do that. And also in this week's edition, big right on the front page, Locals Love Us. We're going to tell you about that toward the end. But let's talk more about this week's edition and the stories inside. I love the picture, by the way. They got the Circus of Hope there. Who took that picture?
I took that picture.
Did you really?
You're such a good photographer.
Man,
it took me a while, but thank you.
If y'all ever need help on how to take the best pictures, you need to talk to Daniel Clifton.
Absolutely.
I don't know about that, but
well, tell us about that story on the Circus of Hope. What's that all about?
Doctor, if anybody around here might know that. See, this is why you don't let me come out much. I can't speak. That's why they don't let me. But Dr. Jules Magicals is a local physician, and a few years back, she started going to this trapeze kind of thing, the circus arts, just out of because she saw somebody at a party or a kid's party doing it. She thought that'd be kind of fun. She thought she'd do it one time. Turns out it's pretty fun. She got addicted to it. But Circus of Hope, she and a couple other folks who've been doing it much longer, decided these arts, these activities would be great for kids with not just special needs, at-risk youth. And so Circus of Hope's design is to bring these arts, bring kids out to this program so they can learn some of these stunts. And it doesn't always have to be the trapeze,
right.
But they can be scaled to the needs of the kids, what they can do. And it's really neat because it really just brings them when you're standing, because they put me up there and it's 30 feet off the ground. And when you do that, you come back and you're like, woohoo! You can do some things you never thought you could.
The adrenaline starts pumping.
It does. So it's a neat operation. It's neat what they do.
It sounds wonderful.
Well, that's great. I think all of us as kids, we've always had that need that, like, I'm going to run off and join the circus. And this
Kay did.
Yes, I did.
And never returned.
I know.
Now, read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune, the Circus of Hope. And also, if you're a fan of Amelia Earhart, you got some story about that in there, too.
Yeah, we got an interview with her.
Wow.
Oh, no,
she finally found her.
And she's at the Circus of Hope in Texas. There's a gentleman, W.C. Jameson out of Atlanta, wrote a book about the different kind of aspect of Amelia Earhart and the search and all that stuff. And he's giving a presentation at the library, the Herman Brown Free Library. And there's some, it's a different aspect of it that I guess hadn't been really brought up before. So it's a neat thing. And W.C., if you haven't known him, he's a treasure hunter. He wrote a bunch of treasure hunting books. So he's got this eye, he can pick stuff up and go run with it. The rest of us go, that's neat. But go down those different lanes that we might not go to.
Yeah.
How fun, too. I know both the Herman Brown Free Library and the Marble Falls Library, they often have these talks where you can go and have coffee and visit with the authors of these books and hear firsthand accounts of how certain things came together. So it's always a treat. And what a great story. Everybody loves the story of Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, it's this mystery that we still haven't solved.
Yeah.
We always kind of like that. Like, ooh, maybe I can solve that.
Still don't know. Read all about it in this week's edition of the Picayune. And a big salute to the tiny town of Tao.
Salute!
Tao. And it is Tao, not Toe. Don't say it's Tao, Texas.
Tao, Texas, yeah.
Yeah, and Tao's been they're working. They have a community center up there that was actually the original building came off the lake, out of the lake. Well, before they flooded that area, it was a school. They moved it up to now where it's at now, and it still served as a Tao.
The Red Barn Community Center.
No, not this Tao.
Oh, the
Tao Community Center.
That's right. That's officially
Lake Buchanan,
isn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Anyway,
Don't confuse
I never
us, Kay.
knew.
Kay was not good in geography.
No.
That's why she joined the circus later in life. Still doesn't know where she ended up. But Tao,
cool,
but
though.
yeah,
And
so they moved it up there, and then they added on. Eventually, the school closed because Llano became those kids went to Llano and became a community center. It was there for many years, and hundreds of people probably had showers and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But they recently went back and started. The board decided we need to fix this up because it's a great resource and it's beautiful. If you get out there, and I was like, well, it's at the end of the road because you go for Tao's out there.
Yeah, it's
If you're not from Tao, it's out there.
You're not gonna find it. Yeah.
But yeah, and so basically, it's a really beautiful setup. There's the fire department's out there, but they got trees, these beautiful trees and stuff. So they're just rebuilding the the facility instead of tearing it down and putting a brand something else new up
I'm
there.
glad
So a lot of
because
history
it's
in it.
really kind
That's
of
cool.
an historical landmark when you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd
Read
be
all
very
about
cool.
it this week's edition of the Picayune. And also, as we said at the beginning, the locals love us. Are the votes tallied and all in?
Yeah, I don't think they love me after this one, but yeah. No, it's great. Yeah, we get the list will be out in this week's Picayune. We'll have
All
some more
right.
next week, some stories of some of the folks who won. And so it's one of those things where we had one of the biggest voting turnouts that we've ever had since we started this.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. We'll read all about it. Again, it should be on your doorsteps this morning, but if you're not getting your copy of the Picayune, tell them how to go about doing that, Daniel.
Call 830-693-7152 and ask to get on that list.
And remember, as always, the Picayune is
Free!
Daniel Clifton, everybody.